The University of Guam Theater presents Shakespeare's The Tempest. Man, it's been a long time since we had a Shakespeare on Island. Yes. Can't wait to see that. So joining me now in studio with more about this production, our director, Blas, the very lovely Michelle Blas, and our good friend, Jefferson Cronin, who plays Prospero in the production. Half a day to you both. Thanks for joining us.
Half a day.
Okay, so I'm jazzed because, you know, I love me some Shakespeare.
Good, cool. Great.
All right, so for people who aren't familiar with The Tempest, Michelle, break down the mechanics of the story as easily as you can, because you know, Shakespeare not exactly the easiest thing to say in 2 minutes.
Just basically, the Prospero was the Duke of Milan, whose kingdom was usurped by his very selfish brother Antonio, and he boarded Prospero and his daughter Miranda on a little boat and just kind of set them adrift to let nature take care of them. Well, thankfully they survived, and they landed on this island, which the Tempest is set on, an island, and for 12 years, he and his daughter stayed there and just kind of tried to make a life on the island, along with Caliban and Ariel, who were the only other 2 living creatures on that island. Prospero and Miranda being the only human beings. 12 years later, a ship bearing his usurping brother, the King of Naples' brother, and other members of the court just happened to pass by the island. So Prospero goes, oh man, the heavens love me. He raises this tempest and has the ship shipwrecked on the island, where he was going to take revenge on his brother and the King of Naples. But as you'll see throughout the course of the story, certain things happen, and that's all I'm going to say. I don't want to give it completely away. But there is magic, there is love, there is revenge, there is resolution, there's music, there's creatures. I mean, you can't miss this.
So what I'd like to know now is, Jefferson, for somebody like yourself who's a very experienced thespian on the island, you know, you played a variety of characters. How challenging is it to take this character, given that William Shakespeare actually penned this, and we'll go back to Michelle for part 2 of that question, because how is it as a director to try and capture the essence of, you know, what Shakespeare brought to the world as far as finding these emotions and these characteristics that are so inherent in every human being?
Well, you know, Prospero is one of Shakespeare's great roles, and it's one of the sort of canon of roles that every actor worth his salt wants to tackle. You know, it's just he's so rich as a character, and so challenging in so many ways. So it's a great. I've always wanted to play him, along with a handful of other characters that most actors someday want to play. And so this is a great opportunity, challenging role, very challenging, but very gratifying too. And to get inside his head and once again let Shakespeare work on you is just a joy. It's a pleasure.
That's a lot of work too.
Oh yes, baby, a huge amount of work.
That's the understatement of the year.
And I haven't undertaken a part like this in many, many years. And I used to be a professional actor in the States before I came here 20 years ago. And it's been, I can't even remember how long ago since I've tackled a part like this. So this is a great opportunity for me. And I love the play, and I'm a Shakespeare guy from way back. So it's been a wonderful challenge, and it's a very rich challenge. I really feel blessed to be able to do this.
Okay, well, Michelle, directorially, what are some of the challenges you face?
Dealing with me is the first thing.
Get those lines down, Jefferson. No, I'm very cool about it.
She is.
I get it. Well, it's funny because, you know, I don't know how many times I've threatened my own actors. I say, you better watch where you're walking, because I might just push you off the stage and, oh, are you hurt? You can't do this part anymore? I guess I'll have to be in it now. So it's that, just, you know, like he said, let him seduce you, and that's the magic of Shakespeare. Yeah. The language has been a challenge for the cast, because for many of them, especially for our students, exposure to Shakespeare is very minimal. So having to tackle that, you know, you have to be very creative in how we do that. A lot of it too is also helping them to get to express him physically, because Shakespeare acting requires this very larger-than-life mentality. There's nothing really, truly subtle. Back in Shakespeare's time, and this is where what's making our production unique is we're incorporating original staging practices.
Okay.
So, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Okay, well, I was going to say, unfortunately, it is election season. We got a bunch of candidate commercials coming up.
My
So real
gosh.
quick, we got about 10 seconds. We got
Sure.
to tell people when and where.
Sure. It opens this Thursday, November 8 through 10, 7 p.m., except November 10 is 2 p.m. It's our very first matinee. Then next week, Thursday through Saturday, November 15 through 17, also at 7 p.m., $7.50 general admission, $5 for students and seniors, and free for UOG and GCC students.
Good job.
All right, well, thank you
All right.
both.
Thank you.
All right, break a leg.
Thanks a lot.
All right, All the World's a Stage. Go check them out and stay tuned because we are coming back right after this.